Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to this presentation. It's really your benefit more than ours because this is just a phenomenal experience. When you talk about how do you get a job, well, the first thing you do is get some great experience. And this is probably the best experience that you can get. This is a world-class organization. You're going to be in charge of people and guests. It's going to be all yours. So we are so proud to be partners with Pebble Beach. It's been a long, hard fight, by the way, to get this together, and we thank Gretchen and our newly retired Bayot. Please participate, apply for the position, and you won't be sorry. Okay, thank you, and enjoy yourself. Now I turn it over to Roberta or Gretchen, and there's Angel Gonzalez, our favorite chef and professor. So,
the famous paella.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hi,
nice to see you. Okay. Okay, well, I'll start by introducing myself. My name is Gretchen Melvin. I'm Special Events Manager here at Pebble Beach. I've been with this company for since 2003, and I've been with Special Events since 2006. So I'm celebrating almost 18 years in April. Very exciting. Thank you all for being here today. Also, I want to introduce with me today is Cruz, who is a manager in the Special Events Department. Cruz, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I've been with Pebble Beach Company for 21 years. I originally started in the sales department, and then I've transitioned into special events maybe 5 years now. But I have background in conference services and been pulled out for the U.S. Open. So I'm here to support and welcome the new team and be here for any questions or anything you need. Thanks.
Roberta, do you want to say anything before I dive in?
Of course. Hi, everyone. It's great to have you here today. Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, Chris, for this wonderful partnership. We're very happy to be here together for the third time. Unfortunately, last year's edition didn't take place, but so this is in reality it's our fourth year of partnership, and I am proud to be the faculty advisor for the special event management team and instructor of the internship program that the students who will take part in the program will register for. Thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here and tell you a little bit about the program. Can you all hopefully see that?
Yes.
So starting by telling you about the special event management team. So it has a long history. It was the brainchild of Beat Giger, whom John mentioned. He's our recently retired director of special events. And I hope some of you have had the chance to meet him or work with him. But the program actually started in 1991 with UNLV, and it was in preparation for the 1992 US Open golf tournament. In 2005, the faculty advisor was actually transferred to UNLV Singapore, and the program was not renewed there. So we had to find another school, and we started in 2006 with San Jose State University, and we've been working with them for the last 15 years. Focusing on the AT&T Pro-Am. In 2018, as Roberta mentioned, was our inaugural year with CSUMB, training for the Concours d'Elegance. And we are excited for our third year with CSUMB for Concours. Now, this is a picture of the students from the first CSUMB SEMT program. And if you know of any former participants, I would really encourage you to reach out to them. I know they'd be happy to share their experiences and answer any questions you may have. I'm sure you've run across some of them in your classes, and they're quite enthusiastic about it, which I'm sure you've all experienced. And this is the students of the second year of the program. Again, if you recognize any of them, just ask them about it. They love to tell you about it and answer any questions or concerns you may have. So now I'll tell you a little bit about Pebble Beach Company. One thing we've learned from all of this is having Pebble Beach on your resume will always help you. It will never hurt you. We are a world-renowned golf course, top golf course in the nation and the world. We have 3 hotels, 5 golf courses. We have a spa, and one of which it's only one of 41 spas in the world with 5-star rating. We have 2 tennis facilities, a beach club, equestrian center, a bunch of retail shops, and a real estate division. We've just completed newly renovated rooms. We have the new Fairway One complex, a visitor center, and a brand new building that we just opened on Monday of AT&T week, which will be where the Concours patios are located, some of them. So it's pretty exciting what's going on. Pebble Beach is a tradition since 1919, and we are a bucket list for many people who are only able to visit once in their lifetime. And very important to us is that last award, particularly in light of the Sustainable Hospitality Program. We are very proud that we diverted 93% of the waste during the AT&T tournament for the last few years. And we also, for Concours, have a very aggressive diversion and recycling procedure in place for Concours, and that are always being improved. And we have some great partners that we work with. And I know that's important to all of you. In our office and special events, we handle the AT&T, which we just had in February, the Pebble Beach Food and Wine, usually in April, the Concours in August, and then the Pure Insurance Championship impacting the first tee. And that's usually in September. And as a result of your hard work during Concours, you will have the opportunity to work on these events as paid employees and supervisors to come back. So it's more great experience in different events and more resume builders. And we love to have the returning students come back for these events. So keep that in mind. Now about the event. This is will be the 70th Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Since 1950, Pebble Beach has been hosting this event, and it's known as the finest exhibition of show cars in the world. It really is the world-renowned premier event for the Concours and for car shows. On this day, on Concours Sunday, and I don't know if you can see at the bottom here, this is the 18th fairway of Pebble Beach. We line over 200 cars on the fairway, and it's the only day of the year that Pebble Beach Golf Links is closed. We have over 15,000 spectators, and it's pretty much our responsibility to feed them in one way or the other, either through the concessions or through the patios, hospitalities that you'll be managing. Also very important for this event is that it has raised over $29 million for charity over the past 69 years. So you can feel good about what you're doing. It's really, it's making sure that these charities, our local charities, are impacted by this in every good way. So it's a very important event. In addition, if any of you have been here during event week, I think you know how crazy it is. There's many other events in Pebble Beach throughout the week and throughout the peninsula. So this event brings a lot of visitors and revenue to the area, for sure. So most important is what you will be doing. So as a hospitality manager, your responsibility basically is to manage the entire hospitality patio from setup to teardown. So you'll be managing either a single or multiple corporate clients. And they are hosting their VIP guests in these hospitality luxury suites called the hospitality patios. And I'll show you pictures in a moment. So you're responsible for breakfast, lunch, afternoon snacks, bar, beverage service for their guests. But you're also interacting with the clients, the servers, your bartenders, your culinary team, and you're basically ensuring that you pass on the flawless, once-in-a-lifetime Pebble Beach guest experience. It's what they expect, and it's what we're going to train you on. And you'll be managing a staff of Pebble Beach employees and temporary employees as well. So now I'll show you some pictures of it. If you haven't seen any of the pictures, this is what a hospitality patio looks like. So the guests are seated at these tables. There's a buffet. You can see the show field in front of it. And, and that's where you'll be stationed, depending on where you're assigned. Now this building is the building I was talking about. It's completely rebuilt. It is beautiful and spectacular, and the views from this will be amazing. So you'll be amazed at how beautifully it's set up. Again, more pictures of the patios to give you an idea of how they're structured. And then we start talking about the buffet setup. So it's going to be your responsibility to prepare the buffet from the ground up. And this means determining how many tables you need, making sure you have the right linen, making sure to have it set for the correct food. And we'll give you all the paperwork and the training to do that. But that way on Concourse Sunday, when everything comes in, you are fully prepared and ready. And need to make sure that the food arrives on time and is correct to what the client has ordered. So this is an example of a coffee station and how we've had it set up in the past. And then many of these will have a hospitality bar, so you'll also be working with the bartender to set that up. Now this is an example of a dry set. So basically this is ready and set for a carving station for the guests. And you're just prepping everything and making sure that when the food comes, and you have to make sure the food comes, that we're ready for it. And you can see by this that it's set and ready to go. And as we start to set for breakfast, you can begin to see what it looks like as the buffet gets set. Also, some of the clients entertain inside. And so here's a look at some of the setup inside. You can see more of the buffet setup here. They also have decor, special decor that they bring in and special props. And you can see our student here working. Again, some more pictures. You can see how it relates. It shows then the outside. You can see the patio and then the show field beyond. This is one of my favorites, a dessert station. And then in order to manage this, we have service areas as well. And so we build our own satellite kitchen areas. And so this tent is built on top of a parking lot, and all of this is brought in and set up by our stewarding department. This is where the food is prepared. And you can see in these pictures that there appear to be students, and these are culinary students from Diablo Valley College who come in for the week and prepare all the food for everybody. And that was also started by Beat Giger, but it's a nice partnership with them as well as for their culinary program. But you'll be hanging out mostly in the service areas in the back. And so this is where everything is expedited. It's where you find all the supplies you need, all the help you need, and any extra support you need. People are always around to help during that time and in that area. So just kind of an idea of what the expediting areas look like. And then here's some of the students in action. So these are just kind of for fun, but wanted you to see. You can see some of them are working with the clients and meeting with the clients. We have some training pictures. We have some setting the buffet pictures and getting the bar set up. And then of course, managing the staff and directing them. So it's a variety of tasks that you'll be doing. Again, more pictures, just basically getting everything ready. And also just enjoying the training part is a big part of this. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Okay.
Thank you, Gretchen. So I'm going to be talking about the class, the internship class that the students who are selected for the program will be enrolling in for fall 2021. So even if you have already taken this 498 before for another internship, or you are taking it currently, or you'll be taking it in the summer, that is not absolutely a problem because you can take the internship class several times. So you will be registering as soon as registration for the fall opens. Of course, by then you will know that you have been selected for the program. So as soon as the registration is open, you can go ahead and I will give each of you a code to register in the class. And also another requirement is for you to have the California Food Safety Certification by the 1st of July, 2021. Also for this, don't worry right now, I will give you all the information you need to take the certification. You can take it fully online. Some of you have already or will be taking the ServSafe certification in Dr. Gonzalez course, but the one is that you might take in the course is the higher level, the manager level. For the SCMT program, you only need the ServSafe basic level for servers. So that can be taken fully online, whereas the one that you might have taken with Dr. Gonzalez, the higher level, it was Proctor, you took that in person. So if you have that, that's great. You don't need to take any additional certification. If you haven't taken it yet, you can take this online on your own time during the summer.
I actually did it in spring. It takes about 4 hours. It goes along pretty quickly, pretty easy to do.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the schedule for the mandatory training. These are all the dates that you are responsible for attending. So we will make sure that we send you all these dates. They're also already available in the schedule for the SCMT program on the website that you all got a link for, but we'll make sure to reinforce that message. Please start marking your calendar for all these dates because they're all required. Think of this as a sort of a special event management team boot camp. All the days are mandatory. The training days are extensive and very intense, but of course, we'll keep you well caffeinated and fed. And during the event week at Pebble Beach Company will be sponsoring all your meals. And of course, the only time where we won't be able to keep you well caffeinated and fed are the 2 online sessions on June 15 and July 15th. Those will be 2-hour sessions through Zoom, and that, you will have to make sure that you prepare your own jar of coffee. Other than that, you will be provided food, coffee, beverage, everything you need to keep concentrated. Also, talking about beverages, just a heads up that we have a 0 tolerance policy for alcohol and drugs during event week. And of course, after all these training sessions, you will be absolutely ready, prepared, and to go, ready to hit the ground running. So don't worry about anything. We will have you covered. Everything that you need to know for event Sunday for Concord, you will learn throughout the summer.
Thank you, Roberta. And then I just wanted to show you some of the quotes from the students. At the end of this, we will ask you to write a paper and give us an idea of how your experience was and feedback for how we can improve for the next year for the students. But really, it's just important to know that the students really value this program. And we value the students. It's a win-win-win for everybody, as Bayot would always say. But it's a great experience for you, and we're so happy to have the students as part of it. When you come on to Pebble Beach and are working, the staff treats you as managers and regards you as managers, and that's really important to know. They know of the program, they know how important it is and what you're doing and the value that you'll bring to this program and to the event. So just some nice things to take away from this experience. Okay.
Okay, so here is how the selection process for the SCMT program will work. So first, you will submit your online application by March 28th. Make sure that you submit your application before the due date because late applications will not be accepted. And you will find the link to apply on the website. And right after this meeting, that will be available so you can start looking at the application form. And the interviews for each of the applicants will be held on April 8th on Zoom. You will receive an email to schedule your slot, your time slot. Everyone will get about 10 to 15 minutes time for the interview. And after you choose your slot and through the email we send you, we will then send you a Zoom interview request. As for dress code, business professional dress code is recommended during the interview. So like I said, each interview will last between 10 and 15 minutes. And during the interview, we will be asked why you should be selected for the program. Why should Pebble Beach select you? And then after the interviews on April 8th, the team and so the students who have been selected will be announced via email on April 9th by 5 p.m. So keep an eye out for emails the day after the interviews. Gretchen will be requiring certain forms she will send you via email to be filled out for those who are selected. So after you've been selected, you will receive an email link for you to fill out the form, and the deadline for that would be April 16th by noon. And so those of you who want to apply, please apply soon. We will only select about 15 students in total.
Great, thank you.
Next
Okay.
slide. So there is a great career center at CSUMB with really nice and knowledgeable career counselors that can help you with your resume and interview preparation. Normally, you could go to just stop by the library to make an appointment. They're located on the third floor of the library. But since the campus is temporarily closed as the library is, they are currently accepting appointments that you can make online through the CSUMB Career Center website, or you can call the number 831-582-3937 to make an appointment. And they will help you. They're really, really great at helping students with resume and interview preparation.
Thank you, Roberta. So now I would just say this is our contact info for Dr. Azzori and for myself. And if you would like to, Cindy, now I think we could open it up for questions if there are any questions.
I can see that there is one in the chat. And
There's
actually
two in the chat here.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. I can look at these. Okay. So if you applied to be part of this last year, I would please ask that we apply again. And the reason why we want to do that is just kind of see what's changed on your resume, if there's some new job experience or just kind of anything that we need to know. So yes, even if you were accepted, please just go ahead and fill that out again. And since you've already filled it out once, you kind of know what to expect. Hopefully that process doesn't take very long. And then dress code for the event week. So yes, we will provide a jacket for you. We will provide a scarf or a tie, and then you would need to provide black pants and then a white button-down shirt. And if you don't have one, then we can supply one for you. But the black pants, the black shoes, black socks, and a belt will be something you'll need to provide. And as far as name badges go, those are received during training. So that will be a little while into the probably when you're on site for that week, actually, but we'll get those as we get closer to the event. Let's see, did I get all the questions? Will the event be hosted differently due to COVID? Well, we're still determining what it's going to look like for this year. So we move forward until we are told that we cannot move forward. And this is how we started last year, as many of you remember who applied. But as far as we know so far, tickets are being sold. We're working through sponsors and hospitality. So we're going to, once we know more on how it's going to look, then of course we'll provide that information. We're just still, everything's being determined. It's of course up to the county guidelines that are in place at the time, but we're feeling very optimistic about it. And that's why we're moving forward with it.
Linda for a second. I know that some of the pictures we showed, some of the patios set up with tables closer together. That's not going to be the case. We will still have the 6 feet apart. So if you're looking at those pictures, I think that that's exactly the way it's going to be done this year. Like Gretchen mentioned, it will be set up how the county designates how we're supposed to set up. So there will be some adjustments due to COVID-19.
Yep. Be a little bit new for all of us. Thank you, Cruz. Good point. And being assigned to different tents, yes, you will be assigned to a different, you'll all each have your own hospitality client or clients, depending on the size and location of it. It could be one, it could be two. It just depends on how things look as we get closer to the event. No. Can you choose? No, those are assigned for you. And the reason why is because our staff has been working with these clients for many years, and after they've been working with you and working with the clients, then they're able to come up with a good match based on what they know about you, what they know about the client. And if you have a preference, you can always tell us. But ultimately, it's up to our banquet manager to determine that assignment for sure. Any other questions? You're welcome.
I see that there's one hand. Janet is raising her hand.
Yes, this thing. So the number of guests that we would expect for this concourse, it would be less than the previous ones?
I don't know. Don't know.
To be determined. It really depends on it just depends on what the event looks like and what the county guidelines are at the time. And we just have to wait and see how it's going to shape up and turn out. That's the best we can do for now, but we're going to move forward until we're told otherwise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Either in the chat or you can raise your hand.
If you think of anything later, we do have plenty of time before the application is due. So please feel free to reach out. Probably email is the best way to reach out to me. It's melving@pebblebeach.com, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have going forward.
So I did want to say something, and that is the schedule that was put up in the beginning, those are mandatory dates, okay? And they're mandatory because the training is highly specialized. And if you miss a training date, that could be a serious problem in terms of your ability to deliver the quality guest service that's expected from CSUMB and Pebble Beach. So don't apply if you feel you can't make all these dates.
Yes, that's very important. Thank you.
There's another question in the chat. Cecilia asked, who will interview us?
It will be it will be CSUMB faculty and Pebble Beach management staff. So there'll be a few of us. I would say maybe half a dozen of us may be interviewing. So it's kind of an online panel interview format.
Okay.
All right.
Seems like we don't have any other questions currently. So like Gretchen
Seeing
says,
your application.
You know, there's one more question that just popped up.
oh,
I
just
see that.
no.
How is the training process? I'm not sure what you mean by that. It's going to look a little different this year than it has in the past. We've added the 2 virtual sessions, and then the actual on-site training. We basically have a internal kind of website, and all our materials are posted on there. So you will have some summer assignments, as you may have seen in the attachment. We'll be sending out some reading materials for you. And so that way, when we get into August, into the full days of sessions, and you will have read it and be more prepared for it. So we're not starting from scratch in August. And so we do expect you to have read the materials and gone through the 2 sessions before we start in August. And the training will be at Pebble Beach in August. I hope that answered your question. I'm not sure. You're welcome. And of course, if you have specific questions, you're welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to assist with that as well.
Also, if you have questions on the internship class, please feel free to reach out to me. I will type my email address in the chat.
Thank you. Okay.
Panelists.
Well, if that's it, then I thank you all once again for being here, and we look forward to seeing your applications.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
everyone.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.